32. We ended with 23. But for the most part, the number stayed between 32 and 28. After a while, like I got the season maybe like 12. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep recruiting niggas. I had like a good 20 that was solid, that always stayed. The rest of everybody just kinda came and went.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
One say 4th and 2. One say 4th and 4. I'm just be confused.
The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off.
What we plotting on, bro? 4th and 4 or 4th and 2 on us? You let me know. You got 2 different joints up there.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
That's cool. That's cool.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds his back in the middle. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays. They're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff to the single back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. On the move. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the run. And the defense drags him down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He's looking to throw. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. They're bringing heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that business.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll throw one to his right. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try it over the left side. At the 20, he's got space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Hurricane. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
What you said, 4th and 4 or less, bro.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, to be able to decline the penalty. Auburn sends out the punting unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
To the ground with the back.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun. Give on the inside. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. You saw it right there on the crossing.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Canes with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else, because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the Bounce House. They're up by 7 over Boise State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Auburn lines up quickly. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Snap in the shotgun. Fires left. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
With jet sweep pass. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Wow.
Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Whitehead. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he'll be brought down.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
He caught that.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Makes a connection. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
And how about that interior defense?
Come on, bro. Let's be real.
Nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Let's get a stop defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Now on first down from the 28. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Picks up 4. Second down coming up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back.
Oh, wow.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. One final play before the end of the quarter. He's going to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter.
Miami 24, Auburn 14.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh.
Takes the grab along the sideline, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They go to the ground. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This is a third and long. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's third and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on fourth.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Temple is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Wants to throw on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dances away. Unleashes to the end zone.
Yo,
And the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the done.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He'll take it himself. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. Fair catch, called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The expressway is wide open. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So as big as that touchdown was, equally as big, converting this two-point attempt and making it a one-score game. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying play action. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the fourth. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running to the left. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver.
Oh, my God. Good game, Trent.
Inside the 25. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
Like, come on, bro. Niggas can't even. Niggas can't. They can't get right this thing.
Picks up more than 30.
Life.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. It's complete. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Heaves it on the run. And he's got it inside the 10. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off. The game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to bring this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And with that turnover, we've come to the close of this game. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the